All right, welcome to our 2008 Corvette Z06 test drive. I had the car out earlier, so everything is warmed up sufficiently into temperature. I'm trying to do this during a part of the day where it's not real crowded out here between these roundabouts. I've got the AC set at 70, so once it gets to 70, it will be, it'll settle down a little bit. It's blowing kind of hard now. Corvettes. I've got an 02 Z06 in inventory at the moment, C5, and then this 2008 C6. Both are Z06s, and boy, I drive a lot more Porsches than I do Corvettes, but if a Porsche is a scalpel, this is an absolute machete of a car. Over 500 horsepower. Lots of fun to drive. But you do have to at least be careful because it'll put you in the ditch real quick if your back tires are not hooked up. Doing 53 miles an hour here, a little over 55 now. On the beautiful back roads of the Finger Lakes. According to the manufacturer, this car will do 198 miles an hour. I'm not going to try that. I can have plenty of fun and, you know, under 70, under 60 here on the back roads, actually. Amazingly, this is a 55 mile an hour road, but it's bumpy enough and undulating enough with enough blind turns where I don't usually do 55. Just a super fun, rock solid car. We've got 11,800 change on the odometer. Jetstream Blue metallic is the color. I think they made, according to my black book, just a little over 1,000 of these in 08, 1,000 Z06s in 08 of this particular color. I know Corvette guys like to know exactly how many of this color or that were made on whatever day of the week. Got to differentiate your car somehow. See much of sixth gear in this car, although we'll go out on the highway and put it into sixth gear, but under about 65 or 70 you really don't need it at all. I'm in third now doing 45. You know what we'll do, we're gonna just go this way on the roundabout real quick. Right there all the time. There's a fun little G meter on the heads-up display, which is kind of fun. You can see how many G's you're doing. Right there I'm doing about 0.6 around the roundabout, trying not to rear end the Sorento. course, the cute girl in the 350Z behind me who seems to want to get a better look at the car. The gentleman who could sign this car with me is the same guy who can sign the 02 Z06. He's pushing 80 years old and has decided that his left knee doesn't like shifting anymore, so he's offloading his manual transmission cars. He does a lot of track events at Watkins Glen. We're about 20 minutes from Watkins Glen racetrack here. He's never tracked this car, although he said if he could still shift comfortably, he would send this car out for a roll cage and use it as his track car. He just loves the power and the handling. He just bought a C7 Corvette recently, and he has a Porsche Cayman with a PDK that he uses currently on the track most of the time. I've sold a few of his other track cars, a couple of Mini Cooper race cars last year or 2 years ago maybe. His wife's got some interesting stuff. I just sold her XJS Jaguar recently on Bring a Trailer. Jesus, yeah, so there's 80 miles an hour pretty quick. My God. You really just have to be paying attention with this car. It's fun. It's good stuff. But it'll do 74 on the highway just like every other car in the world. So it really, it really just begs to be taken out west where the speed limits are a little bit different and there's a lot of open road. You can hear that low exhaust rumble in 6th gear. I'm at 1600 RPMs at 73 miles an hour. It's pretty incredible. In the state of New York is about all you can do without getting a ticket. This car wants to be doing 95 comfortably. tight ratio gearbox. There's a second. was out on my little warm-up with this car to bring things up to temperature, I got behind a silver Buick with a handicap license plate on it, which is never good for a driving video. I just can't say enough about the transmission in this car and in the 2002 Z06. It is just a fabulous, in both cars, very precise transmission that feels, frankly, it feels more European, but I guess in the 02 it's a Getrag 6-speed. I'm not sure who makes this one. I'm sure that somebody will let me know in the comments. But it is just a thing of beauty. lower speeds. This is a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit zone. I'm doing about 46. But boy, the sounds from the exhaust at every speed and every gear are just fabulous. All over the place if I wanted, even in fourth. Jeremy Clarkson did a cool video in the C6 Z06 where he started in 6th gear and it sort of lugged along a little bit, but he took it all the way up to 196 miles an hour or so, all in that one gear from a stop, which is pretty incredible. They just did a lot right when they made this C6 generation Corvette. Let's do a quick stop exercise, see what happens, see if we stop straight. Yeah, I'd say that was pretty straight. Let's see if we came forward there. And I really didn't even take it to the floor. I almost took it to the floor, but ABS didn't kick in. All right, back to our home roundabout here, and I'm just gonna wait for you, big guy. Joining me on the test drive. I'm going to try to do a comparison side by side of sorts with the C5 and the C6 Z06s. You can tune in for that one, but for now I'm going to park this one and go have some lunch.